Hello, my name is Nick Mezzacapa, and I'll be telling you about photosynthesis. To start off, photosynthesis is the process by which autotrophic organisms, like green plants, like algae and photosynthetic bacteria, they yield sugar and oxygen from carbon dioxide, which we breathe, and H2O. The reaction of photosynthesis requires light and occurs in the thylakoid membranes. Alright, the light reaction knocks the centers of the chlorophyll, and the chlorophyll vibrates, which results in the splitting of the hydrogen molecule. Oxygen is released into the air while still some of the hydrogen molecules remain in the plant and attached to something called NADP. Light energy gets converted into chemical energy, and here ATP is produced. This is called a light-dependent reaction. Mrs. Stevens, I'm chewing gum. Alright, so apart from light reaction, there's also dark reaction, which occurs in the stroma of the plant. The CO2 in the air, which can come from us breathing, binds with the hydrogen atoms to form glucose. ATP and NADPH is used to produce energy, and glucose sugar is synthesized from CO2 and hydrogen. This is called a light-independent reaction. What do you know? Dylan could join too. What do you guys know about photosynthesis?
It's when plants. I got them.
Sunlight, plants, energy.
Yeah, I'll do it. Plants absorb the sunlight and they it's basically their food, and they take their food and turn it into energy.
No, they take the sun's energy and
turn it into
food for
food.
themselves.
Yeah.
And that's how
The
they
sunlight
live.
is the food.
That's how they live.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
There, you heard it. You heard it here first.
Hi, my name is Corlin Wheeler, and we are about to get an exclusive interview with Mr. Brinkenier, Dean of Students.
So, how many hours of chug?
Well, Nick, I don't know. When you came in here, you were going to get about 3 hours of jug, but since we had that discussion on photosynthesis and cellular respiration,
Greatest thing on planet Earth.
I would just be holding you back from your research. So I'd really like to give you a get out of jug pass. For
Oh, wow.
all that fine
I
work.
love that.
So take that and keep the dream alive.
Great.
Because without photosynthesis, where would we be?
While we're here, can we just get a couple words from you
Why,
on
sure.
what you think about photosynthesis?
I'm a big fan of photosynthesis because, as you all know, but not enough people out there, it really all comes down to photosynthesis.
That's very true.
Taking this solar energy, which, warms us up and all that, that's great. Okay? Melt your ice cream and crayons in the back of the car. But taking that solar energy and converting it to usable chemical energy, which we run off of, without that, where would we be?
Make a good point.
Yeah. So we should all be big fans of photosynthesis, and we should all join the movement to support photosynthesis and not make fun of it and not mock it.
It's not a joke.
It is not a joke.
It is to be taken seriously.
Yeah. We shouldn't leave it up to chance that photosynthesis.
I think you mean leaf.
That's a good one.
So what else? What else would you like to know?
Well, can you tell us the chemical equation?
I could, but what would the fun be there in that? Let's see here. I know there's a
Informing
little.
young kids.
There's a little chlorophyll. You need the chemical formula for chlorophyll?
Yeah, you got that?
We don't have that.
Wow.
And cut.
I can't even spell chlorophyll.
Little sunlight. little chlorophyll, little sunlight, little radiant energy. I think you need a little water, maybe some nutmeg,
Nutmeg.
a little paprika, and then you have
Delicious recipe.
glucose and oxygen, right?
Yeah, sounds about
I
right.
think we got most of it.
Judge Castillo here with Cortland. We're about to get an exclusive interview with Mr. Epstein.
So, what do you think of photosynthesis?
Well, allow me to shed some light on the situation. Photosynthesis is the root of everything, and this one little equation gives life to everything.
Cortland Wheeler here, and I'm about to explain to you some of the steps of photosynthesis. In all green plants, this process will occur in the leaves. Carbon dioxide and oxygen will enter and exit the leaves through pores called stomata.
Jahadra Castillo here to finish Cortland's report on the steps of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll and other carotenoids help in transferring light energy. Then photosynthesis is carried out in 2 phases. Then the light reactions produce carbohydrates by using ATP and NADPH. The dark reaction synthesizes sugar from carbon dioxide with the help of ATP and NADPH.
The process of photosynthesis occurs with radiant energy from the sun coming and entering into plant tissues through chemical energy. It evolves molecular oxygen so it can be used by other living organisms, and it maintains atmospheric oxygen so it can be continuously consumed by living organisms such as plants and animals, specifically through respiration.
Photosynthesis also produces carbohydrates that are used by plants and animals to synthesize organic acids, proteins, fats, nucleic acids, pigments, hormones, vitamins, alkaloids, and other metabolites. Photosynthesis is the only process which produces high quantities of organic matter for sustaining the life on Earth. For example, natural fibers, drugs, vitamins, rubbers, and furniture.
And I don't know what comes next. Alright.
No, that's not fast. That's stupid. Don't do it. Okay, you go up there. Go up there. Run, turn around. Okay. Come on. Jog up.
What's the best way for the students' thoughts on not just structure?
Trico, and I approve this newscast.